Hello everyone. In this session, we will be talking about the top filter. In Tableau, a top filter is a powerful feature that allows you to narrow down your data visualization to display only the highest or the lowest values from a specific measure within your dataset. It's a valuable tool for highlighting the significant data points, such as top performing products, highest revenue earners, or lowest performing regions. By specifying the number of top items you want to show, you can instantly focus on the analysis of the most relevant data, which makes it easier to spot the trends, exceptions, and critical insights within your dataset. Top filters are used to restrict the data displayed in a visualization to show only these kind of values. And you might take some more examples, like you might use the top filter to display only the top 10 highest selling products or the bottom 5 lowest performing employees in a sales data set. So in this way, you can use the top filters. So let's go to the Tableau screen and see how can we create these top filters and use them on the top of our data set. So to create any top filter, first I need to create any simple visualization. This time I'm taking subcategory wise sales. After taking subcategory wise sales, I'll make a bar chart out of it. So for that, I'll go in show me menu and choose the horizontal bars. Let us arrange these bars in ascending or descending order. So to do that, I'll change the descending order format for it and I'll fit it in the entire view. Now, there are multiple subcategories that are listed over here, but I don't want to see these subcategories. I only want to see what are the top 5 categories which are making the highest amount of sales. Or if I want to focus on the lowest amount of selling subcategories, I can also do that. Why would I do that? Let's say I want to focus on what are the subcategories that are not doing so good in the sales, and I can make some arrangements for them. I can even guide the suppliers to how to sell these kind of subcategories so that I can make some good sales and I can make some good profit. So this is all from a product point of view of a stakeholder. So a data analyst would be only analyzing the data, but whenever you are showing the results, what are the further things that need to be done on the top of these subcategories? So that is a crucial matter. So in this case, what I'll do is I'll apply a filter out. Now I'll drag the subcategories in the filters, and after this, a box would be appearing in front of us. We have already talked about the general option, wildcard option, condition option. Now we will be talking about the top option. In the top option, the first option is none. If you select this none option, everything would be shown over here and the filter won't be applied on top of anything. Then we have the by field option. This by field option is used not only to take the measure value which you have chosen right now, but you can also take the other categories in consideration. For example, right now we are working with the sales. But if you don't want to see the data about sales, if you want to see about any kind of other category, you can do so by clicking this part and choosing any desired field from here. Right now, we are looking at the top 10 values over here, but every value is shown over here, not just the top 10 values. This is because we haven't applied the filter yet. So let's try to understand this part up. The first category is over here, top. If you select over here, there would be two options, top and bottom. If you select this top option, it means that you want to show the top values. And if you select the bottom, it means you want to show the lowest values. So whichever values would be coming at the lower part will be shown. And if you select this top part, only the top values. Right now, I want to see the top 5 values on the basis of the sum of sales. So here is the aggregation part. If you select this part, you can see that I'm having sum, average, median, count distinct, minimum, maximum, percentile, standard deviation for population, variance, and variance for population. So these are all the aggregation options that I can perform on the top of any field that I choose. So let's say I want to go with the top selling subcategories at this time. So I'll select these top 5 subcategories on the basis of sum of sales and I'll click on apply. Now you can see my visualization has changed and it is only showing me the values which are making the highest in sales. If you want to see the bottom 5 values, you can select the bottom values over here and give any number that you want. Again, I'm going with the sum of sales and I can click on apply and OK. This would give me the options and this would only list the subcategories that are making the lowest amount of sales. So I need to focus on them now. If I want to edit this filter at any time, I can go to this subcategory part inside this filters pane and I can select this arrow and choose edit filter. Now I can easily edit this filter. Again, I want to go with the top 5, but this time I'm not going with the sum of sales. Let's say I'm going with the profit of sales. So over here, I'm going with the sum of profit now. I can click on apply and click on OK. Now, do you think this is similar to the items that were showing in the sum of sales? This might not be the case. So the highest selling product cannot be always the one which is giving the highest amount of profit. It completely depends upon the margin. So if you want to see what is a product and how much is it selling based on the highest amount of profit that it is giving. So this kind of filter can be helpful for you. Again, I'll go in the filter and at this time I'm choosing the bottom option. I click on apply and OK, and you can see it has now given me the list based on the profit sum, but now it is giving me the bottom values. So tables I know is giving me a good amount of sales, but it is not giving me a good amount of profit. If you want to see that, what you can do is you can drag profit in colors also, and this would give you the colors for each of the profit. Here you can see tables is giving me the least amount of profit, whereas if I talk about the envelopes, I think these particular bars envelopes is the one which is giving me the highest amount of profit. So this is the way in which you can try to filter out your data based on the top values or the bottom values, and then you can apply some additional information to show this kind of data with the help of colors. I will remove these colors for now and I'll choose to edit the filter. Now I'll choose the none field and click on apply. Then the last option is the buy formula option. So suppose if you want to create any kind of formula for it, let's say I don't want to work with these buy field options. I want to apply a formula out of it. And this time also I want to see what is the sum of profit based on these values, and I want to see that particular visualization which is giving the highest amount of profit or which is giving me the lowest amount of profit. I just want to see those values. So for that, what I'll do is here in the top 10 values by option, instead of these options I'll directly enter the value of sum of profit. So I can write sum of profit. After choosing the sum of profit, I'm again going with the bottom values and I'm choosing the bottom 5 values. And you can see this is very similar to the previous visualization that we made, because the data that we enter is basically the same in the filters. So these are some of the ways in which you can try to create this filters with the help of the top option. The first one is the none, which would help you to make no changes. The second is the buy field, which would be helping you to show the top or bottom values based on any kind of field and any kind of aggregation option. The last one is the buy formula option, where you can even try to create some complex formulas. And with the help of these complex formulas, you can create a visualization. Let's say if you want to see the sum of profit, which is greater than 20,000, and you just want to see those values, because this is giving us a profit in negative. So I know this won't be included in that part. So I can click on apply and it says the formula cannot be the Boolean value. So I have to create a specific long formula in a correct value. Now let's try to apply these top values in any other kind of visualization. Let's try to see what are the top performing customers in my database. I want to see what are the customers who are giving me highest amount of sales and also which are giving me the highest amount of profit. To do that, I'll go in sheet 2, and here what I'll do is I'll choose customer ID and also the sales. Based on these customer ID and sales, I can try to create a bar chart. But if I'll create a bar chart right now, it would be too messy. You can see there are multiple values that I need to focus right now on. So let's keep it to the text table for now. Now let's apply some kind of filter over here. So for that, what I'll do is I'll drag this customer name, sorry, the customer ID in the filters, and I'll choose the top option. After choosing the top option, I will go in field and I will say I want to see the top 10 customers by the sum of sales, and I will click on apply. Now only those customers would be shown which are giving me the highest amount of sales. Now I can easily convert it into the bar chart or any specified chart that you can also arrange them in the descending order or ascending order as per your need. So this customer ID TA21385 is the one which is giving me the highest amount of sales. Now, what is the case with the highest amount of profit? To do that, what I'll do is I'll right click on this sheet and I'll choose the duplicate option. After duplicating, what I'll do is I'll just edit this filter. So in the edit filter option, I will choose the top values, but this time I'm choosing the profit option over here. I will choose the profit option and click on apply, and now you see few values have been changed. So not every customer who is giving me the highest amount of sales is similar to the one which is giving me the highest amount of profit. If you want to verify that, what you can do is you can create a new dashboard option from over here. And how can we create a dashboard option? We will be looking at in the upcoming sessions. I can choose the size to be automatic, and I can then drag these two sheets, one on the top of the other. Now you can compare every number which is present in the customer ID over here, and you can easily see that not every number is matching. For example, this customer ZC21910 is giving me good amount of sales, but it is not giving me good amount of profit. So in the profit section, that particular customer is missing. So what could have happened? It could have happened that the product that this customer purchased is selling at a good price, but it is not generating enough profit for us. So these are some of the things that you can do by applying the top filters, and you can find out what are the customers which are giving you highest amount of profit, what are the customers which are giving you highest amount of sales, which is the top performing region, which is the bottom performing region, and on what things you need to put some attention on to increase your sales or increase your profit. So this was all for this session. In the next session, we'll be talking about the filter customizations. Thank you.